28 week update. I have the Christmas tree behind me. I have just filmed what am I getting my children for Christmas video, and I thought while I'm saying here I should get this update up because last week I just didn't get around to it. I'm really sorry, and that's why I'm combining it into this week because I really want to document my 27th week because we're in the 3rd trimester. So I thought I'm going to sit down and do it now, otherwise I'm not going to get a 28 week one done either. So you have my Christmas tree. So like I said, I'm 28 weeks and 4 days today, and last week, once I hit the 3rd trimester, which is so exciting, I felt like we had gone backwards. I felt like I was in my 1st trimester all over again. I was just so tired, and it's still going on. I'm just so tired, like I can't function. So I had to go for my glucose test like you guys knew I was doing, and I had to do the 2-hour one because the doctor assumes that I do have gestational diabetes. So I booked in for the 2-hour one. I had to fast for like 12 hours, which was fine. I didn't have any problems doing. And my midwife also added to check my iron levels, my thyroid, and all of that because of how I was feeling. Which, it comes with pregnancy anyway, feeling tired, but we just wanted to check it all out. So I went in and I did the glucose test. I had blood taken first, which was fine. She was really gentle. It was really good. And then I had to drink the drink within a minute. And we all know some people don't like it, some people do. I don't know. I liked it. It was like soft lemonade, I guess, flat lemonade. It was fine. Drank that within a minute. And then she said, go and sit down in the waiting room. I have got pins and needles, guys. I have to rearrange myself. Ow. So I went and waited in the waiting room like she asked me to. And everything was going fine. I think I'd been sitting there for like half an hour. I felt this like panic come over me. And I instantly knew what was happening. It reminded me of a panic attack that I had in hospital. If you guys follow me on this YouTube channel, you'll know that I developed quite bad anxiety and panic attacks through all my hospital experience. But I hadn't had one in quite a while. And I was sitting there and my heart started racing and I just started panicking, and I knew that I was having a panic attack, and which made it worse because I was like, you know, this doesn't go away very easily. Like, what am I going to do? I'm sitting here in public, there are people around me, and I just got very fidgety. And so I tried to sit up, and I just tried to text, and I tried to read a magazine, and I tried to calm myself down, and I was telling myself that it was alright and there's nothing wrong. In the end, I had to get up and go outside because I knew if I sat there for too much longer, I was going to break down. So I went and sat outside, got some fresh air, and calmed myself down. When I came back in, the nurse came to ask if I was alright, and I told her what had happened, and she said, well, the fact that we think you've got gestational diabetes, maybe you had a hypo, because I'd fasted for 12 hours, and then I had just drank this sugary drink, this real sugary drink. So we thought that that was what it was. I calmed myself down, and for the next hour and a half, I did great. I was bored, but I did great. So that afternoon, so straight after that, I rang my midwife and told her what had happened, and she wanted me to go and see her and get my blood pressure and everything checked, which was fine. Everything looked good. And that afternoon, she rang me to give me my results, and I do not have diabetes. She said that test was absolutely clear, no sign of diabetes, which is great. I am stoked because that means, you know, I'm just one step closer to this natural birth and everything going good and not having to get induced, and I was just stoked with that. But I said to her, well, obviously it wasn't a hypo that I had, and I had this panic attack, and it really frustrates me because I've been so on top of that. I have been feeling so good in that respect. But she said it could have still been something to do with my blood sugars because I'm pregnant, I need to eat, I wasn't allowed to eat, and then I just had this whole thing of sugar put into me. Who knows what that was, and I'll get to that in a minute if I've had any more, because I have had one more since then. But the best news was I didn't have any diabetes, and I'm stoked. What I do have, however, is she said to me that my iron is incredibly low. She said, you know, it is very low, so she's put me on iron tablets, and we're hoping that that picks up, but I'll have to be tested again later on down the track, closer to giving birth. I really hope it does pick up. I'm trying to eat more meat and that kind of stuff because I think that has really affected me. I have just been so tired no motivation, nothing. Like, and as well as hormonal, I do think it has affected my mood. I think it's half the reason I am as grumpy and as hormonal as I've been. So now I am 28 weeks and full of complaints. What's new with me, eh? I'm sure my midwife must think, you know, if I got pregnant again and we saw her, she'd be like, no, I'm not doing it again. This pregnancy is just a lot harder and different for me than the other pregnancies. So a lot of the symptoms that happen, I do get worried about because I haven't had them before. A couple of weeks ago I did mention to you guys that I had the really bad foot swelling and the pain. We have decided that it's actually a pair of shoes that I've been wearing. I haven't worn them in the last 48 hours and my feet have been fine. If I wear them, I have like 24 hours of agonizing pain in my feet. The inside muscle feels like it's about to cramp continuously. I'm actually more comfortable on my feet. If I get off my feet, they just throb and I just feel like the blood's flowing quite fast through them or something like that. And I'm losing a lot of sleep, because even though they're not sore, there's always like just this feeling in them that they're going to cramp up. And even in my sleep, I'm semi-what conscious of the fact that if I flex my foot the wrong way, it is going to cramp. So I think it's something I'm going to have for the rest of my pregnancy, but I have become vigilant of the pair of shoes that is causing it to get worse. So I'm not wearing those anymore, but yeah, I think it's going to be something I'm going to have until this baby. I think it is going to be something that I'm going to have until this baby is born, and so therefore I'm not going to have any sleep until this baby is born. But apart from that, like, I haven't been ringing my midwife for that or anything. I've kind of worked it out for myself about what's going on. And I was this week was kind of chugging along. I was just extremely tired and that kind of thing. And then the other day I started noticing I had a lot of like flickering spots in my eyes. And it went on all weekend. And I have got a really bad eye, which I need to see the specialist about. But I have a really bad eye, and that got worse, and just floaters everywhere. And a lot of people saying to me, you know, that's preeclampsia, and with your foot pain and the swelling and all that kind of stuff, it might pay to get checked out. So I rang the midwife and told her that, you know, my vision isn't the greatest at the moment, and she said you need to have that checked, because we are in the last trimester and it's more common to get preeclampsia at this time of your pregnancy. So I went up to the hospital to see her, and she was actually delivering a baby at that time, and so she was in and out with that baby, and she checked everything. She checked my blood pressure and my urine, and it was all clear, so we were good. We're only up there for like 15 minutes, so that was good. The floaties are still there, but I have googled and read that your optic nerve can become a bit swollen when you're pregnant, so hopefully it's just that. And then, as if I couldn't complain enough, guys, yesterday I think was my worst day in a very long time with this pregnancy. Like I said, when I went for the blood test, I had the anxiety attack. So yesterday I was extremely tired again and just lay around all day. Near the end of the day, I was lying there and I thought I need to try and get some sleep. And the boys were really happy, and I thought I'm just going to have a nap. As soon as I lay down and try and sleep, everything just became very overwhelming, and I don't know why, and I just couldn't rest, and I put my feet up, and I was like, no, I had to put my feet down, I had to get up, I had to sit down. I broke down in tears. I just felt real constricted, and I knew that it was another panic attack coming on, and I hate it because I'm like, why am I having these out of nowhere? And I put this one down to just the pure exhaustion. And I was like, no, I need to get up and do something. And I was that tired. But I got up and I vacuumed and I washed the dishes. While I was doing that, my back started burning and tensing. And it did this for about half an hour. And so I'd sit down to try and relieve it. And then this panic thing would come over me again. So I'd get back up and my back was tensing. And I just started actually thinking, am I going to go into labour? Because I thought, you know, my back was burning. And I was like, are these contractions or what's going on? And I know just that feeling that was coming over me, and I was like, you know, is my body getting ready to do something? And I thought I need to go and have a shower because I just need to calm myself down. Somehow I need to calm myself down. And so I sat the kids down and I gave them a DVD to watch and got them something to eat, and I was like, I'm just going to go have a shower. And I felt fine. I didn't have a sore tummy or anything like that. I just had this overwhelming feeling over me and just this back pain. Got in the shower, guys, and without warning, I just vomited. And I know you guys all want to know that, but it is part of my pregnancy, and I don't know, it's just, there's a fly. It's part of my pregnancy. I'm going to document, I'm going to tell you guys, but I started vomiting, and then I needed to go to the toilet, and I won't say much more after saying that, but I just had this, I don't know what happened, my stomach just decided that it was all over, and I don't know if that was part of the anxiety attack, or if that's why I was feeling so weird. Usually, if you're going to have a bit of a tummy upset, you get a sore tummy. I've never had like panic attack or anything like that. I've never had the burning back. I don't know what it was, and it really pulled me down for the next few hours. I was just so shaky. It did relieve the panic and all that. Like, once I kind of got out of the shower and put my jammies on and sat down, I felt so much better. But I was just then so shaky and even more tired. And the rest of the night, I just felt really, really run down and just, ugh. And I was telling my husband when he got home, and we were a little bit worried that maybe it was a sign that my body was going to try and go into labour. I don't know, but I was quite anxious all night because I was like, please don't let it be my body. You know, you hear about people, their bodies like empty out, so to speak, in preparation for labour, and I just don't know what all the anxiety and everything was, but that's what happened. So that was a really fun day. Today, however, I feel so much better. I got out, had a shower, put my makeup on. I've been in town. Lots and lots of Braxton Hicks today, walking around town and like needing to pee all the time. So he's definitely got a bit of weight in there. He's moving around. I can feel him at the moment moving around. So that is my 27 and 20 week update, guys. Lots of complaining for you guys. Lots of rambling, I guess, about weird things that have happened, but I'm documenting my pregnancy, and that is what happened for last week and this week. I kind of feel like I've rambled so much. I have no idea if I've told you guys generally what I should be telling you, but that was the events for the last few weeks. So next week I'll be 29 weeks, and like I said, I'm hoping to actually do every week. If I do not get a 29 week update up, I will definitely get a 30 week update for you guys, and then there's 10 weeks to go. Alright guys, I need to go pick my children up, so I will see you guys in my next video.